but it's still done. Oh,
So sorry.
that's okay. All right, I'll start over. We're not surprised, but it's still devastating to think that virtually my whole life, I've had access to reproductive health care. I've known it was there if I ever needed it. And at this juncture now, my daughters very much have fewer rights than I've had my whole life. And that's true for all women in America. This is a scary moment. It is really devastating, and it's precisely why I'm going to continue to fight like hell. I've introduced, I filed a lawsuit. I'm hopeful that our state Supreme Court will take it up and give clarity that yes, Michigan women still have a right to privacy and bodily autonomy under our due process and equal protection clauses of our state constitution, but they've not rendered that decision yet, and that's why we're going to continue to push.
Yeah, speaking of that, I understand it's going to trial in February of 23 as of today. Do you have concerns about the outcomes of that trial given today's ruling?
I mean, they've got to move fast. I know that we've got a briefing schedule, but this is a critical, fundamental constitutional right that we've had for 49 years. 6 justices in Washington, D.C. just ripped that away from women. And in Michigan, we're poised to revert back to a law that's 91 years old, making it a felony. No exceptions for rape or incest. So this is a high stakes moment. Our state Supreme Court needs to act fast.
When is that briefing?
In the next couple of weeks. I know that there's a briefing schedule that goes out about a month and a half.
Okay. And speaking of rights going forward, Representative Cara, his legislation that would include obviously Plan B being illegal as well. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it just tells you that this doesn't stop with abortion care. This will continue. If you read the Dobbs decision, you know that they are laying the groundwork to roll back additional rights, whether it is around contraception or private marital decisions that are made. All of these things are very much in jeopardy. And this Republican legislature has made very clear that they support the 1931 law, but they don't even think it goes far enough. And that's why they're continuing to introduce bills like this. And I think it's important to recognize also that every single one of the candidates running for governor on the Republican side of the aisle has also endorsed this 1931 law. They support making abortion a felony, no exceptions for rape or incest. That's how extreme this Republican Party in Michigan has become, and that's how high the stakes are for Michigan women and our families.
And so given that, do you have concerns for perhaps gay marriage being taken away as a right?
I think any right that has been conferred by a virtue of substantive due process is very much in jeopardy right now.
How do you think this is going to affect the election here in Michigan?
Here's what I know. 70% of the people in our state support a woman's right to make her own decision, whether that's a decision they would be comfortable making for themselves or not. We know that the only person who understands the circumstances in that woman's life is that woman. And that's precisely why I think that this will mobilize people. This will activate people. Seeing the strides that women have made in our economy and our ability to create businesses and lead, is a huge threat to all of that. And we hear over and over again people saying how women were disproportionately impacted by COVID-19. We left the workforce because we had so many responsibilities to take care of. Well, the worst way to get women back into the workforce is to take away their health care and their ability to make their own decisions.
What's the tone in Lansing right now, the emotional tone? Can you sort of feel people on both sides getting ready to fight?
You know what? I can tell you that in my own household, I feel the anxiety of my the young women who are my daughters, what they are looking at and realizing what this decision says to women. You're not able to make your own decisions now, or at least our Supreme Court doesn't protect that right. It's really scary. It's a huge setback. And I'll be honest with you, the SCOTUS's decisions of the last 48 hours make America a more dangerous place. There will be more firearms, and there will be fewer rights and fewer access to healthcare. That's a really scary commentary about where America is in 2022.
Is there anything else I didn't give you the opportunity to say, or are you set?
Oh, you got it all. And Stacy was just about to.
Cut me off. All right.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Bye.